What's going on, Phoundation family? We are now more than halfway through the year, and believe me, there's a whole lot to talk about. There's been a ton of movement the first half of the year in the market, and I'll be diving deep into the statistics from the CVR MLS in the June edition of Monthly Market Updates. The purpose of these videos are to educate prospective home buyers and homeowners on current market trends so they can make well-informed decisions. In this video, I'll be analyzing stats from June 2022, June 2021, and May 2022 from the greater Richmond region. And be sure to stick around for the end of the video where I'll be diving into some pretty cool news that's going on right here, right now in Richmond, Virginia. And with that being said, let's dive into these statistics. Our first category we have is median sales price. In May 2022, the median sales price for homes was $364,467. And that was up quite a bit, as we saw last year in May 2021, it was $325,000. And last month, it was $362,000. As we can see, the median sales price didn't change too much from May to June. However, the median sales price has steadily increased since the beginning of the year. And next on the list, we have new listings. And in May 2022, we saw 2,653 new listings. And in June 2021, we saw 2,889 new listings. And in May of 2022, we saw 2,669 new listings. We've been seeing a recurring theme in the market where there hasn't been a lot of inventory for prospective home buyers. And as we know, with the laws of supply and demand, there is a lot of inventory on the market that does tend to drive the price up a bit. Next, we have homes for sale. This month, we saw 2,224 homes for sale. And this time last year, we saw 2,420 homes for sale. And last month, we saw 2,008 homes for sale. And fourth on the list, we have pending sales. In June 2022, we saw 2,133 pending sales. In last June, we saw 2,465 pending sales. And finally, last month, we saw 2,383 pending sales. So we're going to go ahead and keep going in order of the three different criteria that the MLS look at for the home buying process. With the first one being homes for sale, then you go from homes for sale to pending sales. And then from pending sales, we go to none other than closed sales. As for the closed sales in June 2022, they actually went up one sale from the pending sales in the previous month, where we see the closed sales at 2,384 closed sales. In June 2021, we saw 2,612 closed sales. And in May 2022, we saw 2,086 closed sales. And next we have our most consistent category of them all, days on the market. And for June 2022, June 2021, and May 2022, they all equal out at 6 days on the market. And next on the list, we have median percent of last list price. This category refers to the percentage that the home was last listed for. Therefore, if a $300,000 home was listed and sold for $300,000, therefore the median percent of that home's list price was 100% because it sold for 100% of the listing price. In June of 2022, we saw the median percent of last list price at 103.2%. This was up from last year where we saw it at 102.8%, but it was slightly down from last month in May 2022 where we saw it at 104.5%. It's not only hot outside, but the market is hot as well. All right, next on the list, we have median price per square foot. We're going to start this thing off with June 2022, where homes median price per square foot was around $196. And in June 2021, it was $172, while it was equivalent last month at $196. This means if you purchased a home in May or June, a 1,500 square foot home would cost you $294,000 if it was going at $196 per square foot. Next, we have our largest category, the dollar value of closed sales. This June, we saw $989,277,869. As for last June, we saw $940,790,089. Last month, we saw $940,790,072. All right, now we're down to our last two categories. We're going to start this thing off with shows to pending. In June 2022, we saw 10 shows to pending. As for this time last year, we saw 11, and in May 2022, we also saw 11. And lastly, we have shows per listing. For June 2022, we saw 7.8. For June 2021, we saw 9.1. And for May 2022, we saw 8.8. Now that we have made it to the conclusion of our list, allow me to catch you up to speed on some recent real estate activity. If you're a fan of plays, musicals, and live music, then you are in luck. There are plans currently in the works to construct a 7,500 capacity riverfront amphitheater on the historic Tredegar. As you can see in this inspiration photo, this grand amphitheater will include pit seating, 3 rows of fixed seating, along with a lawn so you and your family can stretch out, have a nice picnic, and enjoy the show. I simply cannot wait to see what talent comes to grace their talent on our amphitheater stage here in Richmond, Virginia. Next on the list, we have something a little more recreational. A group of investors led by Basim Mansour, the president of Michael & Son, all went together and are working on a multi-entertainment venue that is titled as The Park. This 5,500 square foot space, wait, you heard me right, 5,500 square foot space is marketing itself as a multi-entertainment venue. With the location being down the street from the Diamond, right off the Boulevard exit, I think it's a perfect location in an area of Richmond that needs just a little bit more love so we can get more of the city to all band together and have a good time. Now, I'm not going to lie, this place sounds make-believe. This is something that the city absolutely needs, and you're going to flip out once you hear all the things they plan to include under one roof. So the park is going to include an 18-lane duck pin bowling alley, an 18-hole golf course, 3 golf simulators, a dining hall with 6 restaurants, a beer garden style with 30 self-pours, 3 bars with 1 bar spanning 60 feet, which they believe is the largest on the East Coast. That's just mind-boggling to me. They're also going to have a banquet hall that can fit up to 200 people. And lastly, they're going to have an auditorium where they're going to have live music, comedy shows, and host different corporate functions as well. So this is a place that you can have all the fun with the family, with the friends, with anybody. I think this is a place that can entertain all ages, and you can kind of separate yourself and go and have fun with your own niche or with your own hobby. So if you're a golfer, you can go to the left side. If you want to go bowling, you can go on this side. If you want to catch a comedy show, you can go over there. If you just want to drink and eat, you can do that as well. So it's a whole lot of fun under one roof. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm absolutely ecstatic about this coming to the city. And I know I'll be there the first week when it opens up. See you grand opening. All right, now let's switch gears back to residential. If you're a golfer or know an avid golfer, then I'm sure you've heard of the Glenwood Golf Club. The Glenwood Golf Club has been around for nearly a century. This family-owned business has been operating for 95 years and has recently hit their last swing on the 18th hole, and they're going to put their iron down for the last time as they recently sold the property to a developer that's planning on building a huge subdivision in the area. The developer who purchased the property also got plans approved in 2021 for the 120-acre lot to be now switched into a 290-home subdivision. The surrounding area is saturated and in desperate need of new real estate, both residential and commercial. Though this will be a brand new subdivision that will be gracing our market in the next couple of years, I do hope the housing is affordable and in alignment with the area's median income so the members of the community can move up if they so choose. These are all super exciting things coming to the city, and I just can't wait to see them come to fruition. It's so cool when you drive down the street and you can remember what was and what is, and you can see the transition of the city just developing and growing and thriving. I hope that you all enjoyed this video and learned something new today. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe for more content. And wait, before you go, answer this one question. Of all the real estate news I gave you at the end of this video, which one are you most excited to see come to Richmond? Are you excited about going to the Riverfront Amphitheater getting built on the historical Tredegar? Or are you excited to go to the park and have fun playing mini golf or duck pin bowling? Or are you excited about the possibility of moving onto an old golf course at the new 290 home subdivision? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. And other than that, thanks for everything. Peace.